daughter of the King, today you are invited to walk by faith, to journey beyond what your eyes can see, your feelings can feel, or your mind can comprehend. Faith is the spiritual currency of the believer's life, the invisible lifeline connecting your heart to the heart of God. To walk by faith is to step forward confidently, even when fear grips your heart, to move ahead boldly, even when obstacles surround you, and to trust deeply, even when the path seems uncertain or unclear. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It calls you to take each step based not on sight, but on the sure promises of your loving Father. When Jesus spoke to Peter on the stormy Sea of Galilee and said, "Come," Peter stepped out of the boat and onto the water. His faith was small in comparison to the waves, but it was bigger than his fear. Even when the winds roared, as long as Jesus' eyes were upon him, Peter could walk on water. But the moment his focus shifted back to the waves, his faith wavered, and he began to sink. Let that be a mirror. When your gaze remains fixed on the Savior, you walk on the impossible. When it drifts to your fears, you sink in doubts. Walking by faith doesn't negate the storm, it acknowledges the storm tamer. The winds and waves will come, but they are no match for the one who holds every raindrop and commands every gust. You may face challenges that seem to swallow your hope, lost jobs, broken relationships, health battles, financial strain, but none of these define your story unless you allow them to. In fact, these storms are not detours, they are divine platforms for courage. They teach you to rely not on your strength but on His. They show you that your capacity is found in His presence, that your peace isn't produced by circumstances, but by surrender. To walk by faith is to align your will with God's. It's not selfish ambition, it is sacred communion. It is knowing that His plans for you are far greater than you can image. He who knit you in the womb, who knows your beginning and your end, has numbered the hairs on your head. Your path is not random, but written in His book before you were born. So each step you take, even when unseen, is significant. You are not wandering, you are walking a divine map. The pieces you don't yet see will one day connect into a breathtaking portrait of His faithfulness. Faith requires action. It is easy to say I believe in the calm of Sunday worship, but faith is tested on Monday morning, in the carpool line, in the office, in the quiet of your home when no one is watching. That's where faith becomes flesh. When you choose forgiveness, even when your heart isn't ready. When you speak truth, even when the world pressures you to hush. When you serve, even when you feel overlooked. When you give, even when it requires sacrifice. These aren't grand gestures, they are everyday steps taken by a heart walking in obedience. That obedience is where faith flourishes. The wilderness seasons often feel like delay, but they are not denial. Joseph spent years in a pit and a prison before his purpose was revealed. Esther walked carefully in unknown territory before rising to royalty. David faced giants before ascending the throne. Timothy served in difficult places before being called a spiritual son. Each of them walked by faith, even when the promise felt distant. You too are in a season of preparation. It is refining you, aligning your heart to His, shaping your spirit for destiny. When the enemy whispers, "It's too late," speak faith. When the world says, "You're not enough," press forward. When fear demands your attention, redirect your gaze to God's whispers of courage. Faith is a shield that quenches the fiery darts of doubt. It is the sword of the Spirit that cuts through lies. It is the garment of glory that adorns you in the midst of battles. Faith also brings peace, deep, unshakable peace that surpasses all understanding. It is not passive, it is a moment-by-moment choice to lean on Him. It is trusting that He who began a good work in you will complete it, no matter how many stages it goes through. It is standing on His word when the outcome is invisible. It is walking in freedom, not shackled by fear. It is believing that God's grace is sufficient, His power made perfect in your weakness. Your faith is not just for you, it is contagious. When you walk by faith, others are inspired. You become a living testimony of hope. Your courage lights a spark in congregations, in families, in communities. The way you live, trust, and speak becomes an offering to God and a beacon to the world. As your faith grows, so does your influence. The ripple of your trust can heal hearts, restore homes, and release miracles. Walking by faith means maintaining intimacy with God. It is found in quiet moments of prayer, in meditating on scriptures, in worship that ushers you into His presence. It's in the groan of your soul when words fail. It's in the raw honesty of your heart when you ask, "Lord, show me the way." It's in the listening, the waiting, the stillness. If you want bold steps, you need deep roots. If you want spiritual fruit, you need daily connection. Faith is also a lifestyle of gratitude. A grateful heart sees the unseen with faith-filled eyes. Every sunrise becomes a reminder of His mercies. Every breath, a testament to His grace. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to watch Him move. When your heart overflows with thankfulness, fear has no room to settle. Doubt is crowded out. Anxiety loses its grip. You walk light and free, confident in His goodness. Your story is being written, page by page, in the ink of faith. Some days the words will be graceful and smooth, other days jagged and raw. That's okay. Faith isn't perfection, it's progression. It is about taking the next step, even when your legs are weak. It is about trusting that the author of your life knows the finish before the first word was penned. Be encouraged. Faith doesn't always lead to a mountaintop moment. Sometimes faith is simply waking up, getting out of bed, and deciding to take the next step. Sometimes faith is stubbornly hopeful in the face of unanswered prayer. Sometimes faith is believing God when the doctors don't see a way. Sometimes faith is choosing joy in the valley. Sometimes faith is releasing control and resting in His faithfulness. You were born for this season. You were called to walk by faith, to embrace the tension between now and not yet, to live between the promise and its fulfillment. And every step you take, even the unseen ones, are moving you forward. You are not aimless. You're on divinely guided ground. When you falter, there is grace. When you doubt, there is forgiveness. When you fall, there is restoration. Keep walking, precious daughter. Keep stepping. Keep believing. Keep aligning your heart to His. Keep hearing His whispers above the noise. Keep standing on His word. Keep surrendering. Keep worshiping. Keep trusting. The one who called you is faithful, and He will see you through. So today, choose faith over fear. Choose Jesus over hesitation. Choose to walk, not by sight, but by the power of a trust-filled heart. Let your life be a testimony to the world that walking by faith isn't just a journey, it's a destination in itself. A life lived for God, by faith, is a life of impact, purpose, peace, and joy. Arise, beloved daughter. Your steps are ordained. Your path is known. Your God goes before you, battles for you, stands beside you, and carries you if you need it. Walk by faith. Your story isn't just being told, it is being witnessed in heaven, echoing through eternity.